Well, it's a problem, and I've said for years, even to some Labor Senate colleagues before the last election, that whoever wins government, there will be a problem with the budget. We've got Europe in some places in a state of deflation. We've got Japan, very slow economy, has been for a long time. With commodity prices falling, especially iron ore and coal, of course that's less revenue for the government. And then we've got the problem of not being able to get savings through the Senate because of the crossbenchers and the Labor Party, and some of those savings, about $5 billion, were savings that the Labor Party introduced, and now they won't back them. So yeah, we've got to get the budget in order. It's a gig, and no doubt my EFO will show that when it's released, probably next month, I believe. Well, that will be the risk if commodity prices do not improve, if tax income keeps falling for the government, for the tax office. If that continues to decline, then of course be a problem. But that's why we're so determined to remove red tape and costs off business, grow jobs, get more and more people off unemployment and into work, so that we not only save paying them unemployment benefits, but actually collect tax off them. It's a double windfall. So that's why we're so determined to grow the economy through the private sector and see that we have the best economy possible, which in turn does bring more revenue into Canberra and saves Canberra costs.
Look, I think that what you're seeing is the consequence of the way that this government's been managing the economy. You don't have such a worsening budget position unless you also have significant unemployment increase going along with it. And we've also seen the slowest period of wages growth on record since the wage price index started being kept in the 1990s. Now, those things are going to affect revenue. Of course, commodity prices are going to affect revenue as well. You've got this government that's come into office and has not done enough to address the revenue side of the budget. For example, what have they done to create a jobs plan to make sure that unemployment would be tackled? Not much. In fact, all their jobs plan seems to have been is to send jobs offshore. What have they done on corporate tax avoidance? Well, there's $1.1 billion worth of measures that they've foregone that they could have continued with. You've got a government that came in, obviously had a very ideological view towards the budget. You saw that macroeconomics referred to some of the budget measures as just being rats and mice that the government should drop to focus on structural reform. Of course, these things like the GP co-payment is much more ideological than it is about being sensible in terms of the budget.